It's Kareen here, and what you're about to witness is one entrepreneur's journey on how they navigate a challenge or need support in an area of their business with me. Results may vary if you try this on your own. The purpose of sharing this with you is to help you know that help is always available and you don't have to do it alone.
We started the business during COVID. We started doing pop-ups. It was very in person. COVID hit. We immediately pivoted to digital. Had never done a digital business. Hadn't done any of that. During that time, people were really rallying for small businesses. Things really took off. And honestly, I had made the decision to continue with the business before COVID hit because I was doing it on the side, helping a family friend kind of spotlight their designs. And so after seeing some of those sales, I was like, oh, there's something here, and so 2020, 2021, 2022, by 2022, we had hit $500,000 in online sales, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And ever since then, our revenue has dropped. I have heard from other businesses, hey, we had a 25% drop. And then, the election happened that whether you like, the administration or not, it's still causing a lot of. And so right now we are about 8% behind last year's sales.
Okay.
So I think we can be okay and be where we were at last year. Yes. But I think I'm attaching like that 2022, great year of we've created this proof of concept. How do we surpass that year? And then I look at my email open rate. We send out regular emails to about 17,000 people. Our open rate is about 70%.
So people are interested. Yeah.
But the revenue is just, you see the stats and it's like open rate, green, click rate, green or yellow. And then it's revenue, red. That means people are, something's missing there.
Yeah.
And so
the conversion is
right. And so same for our website. We get plenty of traffic. Social media we don't do paid advertising at the moment. Have never leaned on paid advertising, but our organic reach is great. So we do have a lot of traction. So figuring out what that conversion is, I can share 2022, we phased out a couple of vendors that had lower priced items. And we did pivot into more of a luxury. I mean, we have bridal dresses that go above 1,000. So we have successfully been able to pivot into an even higher value priced.
Yeah.
And because I see that our open rate is still great, because I see our social media is still, people haven't drastically dropped off. I'm trying to figure out, is it reframing the offer or introducing different offers that may be changing the target audience or changing the offer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think there
I have a lot of thoughts around all of that.
No, it's good. I mean, you have to it does require different ways to analyze buyer behavior, meeting product value. And that sweet spot can be very challenging if the buyer behavior changes in a way where they want to diminish product value. So it all comes to, how are you telling your value story so that it is the most wanted thing regardless of price.
Right.
And how are you speaking to the buyer behavior to that they feel and see themselves in your brand, And so it requires a lot of analysis to hit it right. And then also how, you attract the right buyers in, because it's good to note that you have interest. Sometimes with a price change or an offer change, like the more exclusive, more higher price, it's just less volume.
Yes.
But they're still having purchases happening.
Right.
And I would do, the inventory assessment of, are there items that are currently being displayed that have never sold? Then it's well, let's hide them for a while. and like make less available so that people are clicking on the things that would be purchased. Like the experience that people land on your site also matters too.
Right.
From the stories you tell on Insta or whatever's going out in the emails, that it comes back to that connected experience the right way.
Something that we're doing through our website is, because we have leaned into bridal a lot.
Yeah.
It feels a little, everybody's like recession indicators, recession proof. So bridal feels a little more recession proof. And so we've leaned into, if you go into our website, we have our standard website where we're shifting. Right now, we're going through editing, moving a lot of things, creating a space where people want to stay longer, look at things. And if then you click on bridal, it almost becomes a new landing page.
Yeah.
And we're creating a new experience there as well. But then, we are receiving this almost weekly, sometimes daily question of, do you have somewhere where I can try these dresses on? Because it's bridal.
Yeah.
And so that's become a whole other challenge of like, if there is a showroom, we're now adding an overhead, right? An overhead expense, but does this pay out over time?
I mean, if you could sell multiple items, so like trunk shows for a brand, are critical, I think, for people to have a better connection to your experience. And like size range is hard to bring to a trunk show, but enough to know that like if they ordered up or whatever, I do think it would be really because you started as pop-ups initially and then COVID happened, like, how to do a pop-up experience. I definitely would see if survey, basically, because you have this awesome list, to be like, we're going to be doing a bridal pop-up before you even fully plan it, and then just have people RSVP for it, that they're interested, to gain interest, to then say, okay, now we'll do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do the RSVP for details. And then you have them on the list to be like, oh, we have a huge group that wants to try on, these specific styles, or what, get the details. Like, yeah, these are beautiful. Like, I'm looking at the bridal side, and just even do bridal trunk shows.
Yeah.
You would kill it. And it's all made to order.
Yes. So we've been fortunate. Well, I don't want to say fortunate because we put in a lot of freaking work, but on a good month, we could push out 15 dresses just on online sales. And so because I know the quality, because I know that number can increase. And so I'm trying to figure out how to tap into more of that trust factor of, hey, like, this quality is like, it meets the standard for any bridal design. So
that's the show and tell situation. So the show and tell digitally is all about like TikTok shops and like the get ready with me live videos, where you're actually showcasing product on a model, like how it feels, what it looks like, and you're giving the person the craveability to want to put it on their body. So it's show and tell is really important, I think, for that kind of connection to the quality of the product. So if you haven't had like a social plan around that consistently, then the best way I've seen it done is like, because you could do online sales if you're doing like a live feed of a specific dress, like, oh, we see you've clicked on, because I'm sure you have all the data of like who clicked on what.
Right.
So you're like, oh, we're going to do a live and just really show it on the model and show you the material and help you understand how the form fits. And this is the model size. And this is, it's made to order. So put in your order and then we'll get your measurements. And you know what I mean? Like, kind of share what the actual experience is and show your care as part of the brand to really make it an event. And I do think that would be great for your items, because the more you display it on somebody in use, what it feels like, how's it feel to you, the excitement of wearing it, just for the top items. Like, I would only do that for 300 and up price point. I would do it for that level.
Yeah.
To have that kind of response for purchases of that, because these are gorgeous. Like, I think if you haven't had those kind of campaigns, I would look into that.
We've done a few, and it's very interesting that you mentioned that, because probably, yeah, I've done it too, where you're showing something and you get a purchase and you're like, holy crap, someone literally just bought it off of video. I think I just need to go back to the drawing board with that, because one of the reasons we stopped and we even left TikTok Shop is because it really felt like it devalued the brand. TikTok Shop will automatically give discounts, and so it felt like it was training customers
to always get a sale.
Yeah, but I think there is a way to go back and do it in a different, elevated way that isn't necessarily a purchase through TikTok, and it's just driving people to the website. And then also just grabbing video footage and putting video footage as one of the images of displaying the dress on a model. Like, if you look at like any of those rotational imaging, I didn't check. Do you have that already? Not uploaded, but we do have it.
Yeah. So I would get only for the top items that, because of price point, someone's questioning it.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to like show the experience of someone wearing it to be like, because I know immediately, like when I look at things, if I need to see the backside of everything on a backside to be like, yeah, my backside won't fit in that.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And or I'm like, oh, that would fit me. Like, so I would, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I make an online purchase. But that, again, it's about what is the behavior for them to purchase, and how am I giving them that experience? Just want to remind you that breakthroughs and strategies are here for you. You don't have to be isolated on your business building journey. If you'd like to have a chance to connect with me and let me be all up in your business, go to heykareen.com/connect, and a team member will share how you can obtain the best support at this time. You always can have me in your pocket by leveraging my AI. Go to heykareen.app, download it, and start chatting away. And of course, I am always here, willing and ready to be the support you need. All you have to do is ask.